Hello, sandbaggers. Welcome. I was just a bit shocked. We actually got it on the screen there. So welcome back to a new and welcome to the brand new, refreshed, relocated Clubhouse. Did I omit the word improved there on purpose? We'll find out over the next 90 minutes, sandbaggers. It's been 158 days since the last Clubhouse went live. And what a 158 days it's been, gentlemen. We've released a roughly 43 post-produced videos on our channel, 8 through Gatekeeper Media as well, and covered 3 states of this wide brown land and Poland. As a group, we've collectively gained 17 points across our 4 PDGA ratings, and we've also made a grand total of $668 as players. 2 of us have even turned into professional athletes, sandbaggers. More on all of that later, I'm sure, as we fumble our way through our first show back feeling. I'm going to dive right onto the couch now and introduce my card mates for this evening's tournament of talk show turbulence. First up, he's been in and out of the game for the last few months, and he is currently out. Yeah, out. As I understand it, man who appreciates in and out work more than most. A man whose discs are the only thing straighter than his problematic back. Matty Faz, welcome back to the couch, Matty.
Guys, it's fantastic to be back. My stoke levels were up all day today. The back's still sore, but Ash, I've recovered okay. I'm just wondering, have you recovered from the tongue lashing that Alex Evans gave you on the Throwlers? I listened to the latest episode of the Throwlers this morning. I missed the Alex Evans episode.
Yeah.
I had to go back and listen to it, and by golly, he unloaded.
Yeah, it was a lot, wasn't it?
I thought it was good.
Yeah, look, he did well. He'd obviously researched it well. He'd obviously thought about it a lot, which is weird because Alan Brunsting asked me about it on the weekend, what my thoughts were, and I hadn't thought about it at all since I heard it for the first time. So it's good. It's good, Alex. Good work, mate. And enjoy having me in there, mate. Must be nice having me inside your head, buddy.
Genuine character assassination.
It really was.
He didn't hold back.
I didn't think calling someone a shopping mall Santa was that much of an insult that you needed to go Freudian. But no, he did well. He's obviously very familiar with that sort of couch psychology Freudian language. Good work.
And Fire's back. Fire's back. I love it.
And the other question.
Tell us about your mother. Yeah.
The other question I've got, Ash, is obviously we're not living together anymore. Do you miss me? We're not. We've got the new Clubhouse here. We're at Jason's house now. Do you miss me?
Yes, of course, Matty.
Do you miss me?
Mate. Yeah, no, I do miss you. It was wonderful having you, living in the same house for a year and a half, and obviously really much easier to get park stuff done when I could just walk into the next room. But also having a shoulder to cry on, someone to watch horror movies with. It's It's been a rough 6 months, Matty. You
don't miss me stealing your cans at 3 a.m. when I have a guest over?
That's who was doing it. Right.
I replaced him eventually.
Well, speaking of replacements, no, it's a terrible segue. Second card, it's not a replacement at all. Second card, mate, this evening, as always, is a man who likes to remind us that he has the only functioning back in the group. And he does this by doing things like chopping large piles of wood, carrying Matty around in a fireman's lift, bending down to pick things up off the ground without going, oof. In fact, just the other day, I saw him replace the engine in his Ford Focus with a 265 Hemi by hand. It's Kyle Herbertson. How are you, Kyle?
I will not accept this Ford Holden slander. It's a Holden, but it's souped up. It goes 0 to 60 fast. Matty, do you want me to pick up your beer real quick?
That's mine.
That. Oh yeah, Jace, how's that? Yep.
Thanks,
yep.
mate.
No worries. Just wondered if you could reach that. No, all good. I don't know. Yeah, the back is good.
Yeah.
I've also just appreciated the warmer weather. I'm sure you guys and all of your joints have appreciated it as well. Maddie, your stoke level is up.
My L45. Yeah, I had 2 cans on the drive here, so, and that was just because of the weather.
Before the drive?
It's very responsible.
Wonderful.
Nice. Last of all on the card for tonight is a man who's recently tried his hand at being a professional athlete by competing in the MP40 division. All his life, he's dreamed of being a professional athlete and wondered if he has what it takes. And he's spent years looking up to professionals like Tim Bowen, Austin D'Alessandro, Nathan Parrish, and wondering if he has what it takes to join the pros. Well, he found out all it takes is an extra $20 when you're registering. So, yes, he's coming in with a resounding, here's my extra $20, yes, is professional disc golfer Jason Wiedner.
Yeah!
How are they coming out, Jason?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Ash. Good to be back. And like we mentioned, we're in my house now is the new clubhouse. So welcome, everyone. And happy clubhouse to you.
Very hospitable.
And, of course, your families.
Family, yes.
Interesting point about that professional athlete. I did first get paid for play football when I was 22. So it's not entirely true. But as a disc golfer, yes, that was my first professional tournament.
They don't pay people to play local football in Melbourne, do they? What?
No, absolutely not. No.
I don't think they do. It's illegal.
No, that's right. So, great to be back. We've been playing a bit of Disky G. And we've been having some fun. So, good to talk about that. Shanks is back. Pause for applause. Shanks is back, and everyone has been asking me about it. It's crept its way into the vernacular in
it has.
Victorian disc golf, and I've heard MA4 players who I've never even met were saying it on the weekend. So it's just a thing now, and I couldn't be happier about that. But looking forward to tonight's show.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right. Well, question without notice, boys. This one isn't on the run sheet, but I did just want to ask you real quickly. Favourite moment of the last 6 months in Australian disc golf. We'll start with Kyle.
Oh, good heavens. Favourite moment in Australian disc golf or just disc golf in general? How are we going with?
Could be disc golf in general, but it could be Australian, yeah.
That is a tough one.
Do you want a minute to think? Because I've got one.
I'm going to go. Favourite part was watching the World Games and how it was received in China. I think that was absolutely fantastic to see Blake and Cass over there for us, obviously, and just how well that went for everyone, really. Like, it was the massive crowds. Everyone was so encapsulated by
Cassie Sweeten as well, of course.
Yeah. It went out to something like 20 million viewers on the live coverage. So
wow.
Yeah, I was super excited to see that. Obviously, us being in the coverage game, it's some big stuff. Yeah, I think that was my favourite thing to see.
Warranted. Mine, Ryan Deere, hole 16, final round, Vic Open, turnover shot to pretty much seal his first major as one of the young and upcomers, and having caught that pretty brilliantly on catch cam. That one stuck with me.
What about the hole before?
What happened the hole before?
Oh, no, that was the first day.
The first day, I almost rage quit Parks Media. Yeah, and obviously we love Ryan Deere at the show, apart from the fact that we're going to roast you later, so heads up there, buddy. But it was good to see one of our good friends and a young buck get the win there.
Mine would have to be, in all the tournaments we have seen / been to, our Victorian counterpart. He's not a counterpart in any other way that he's Victorian, but Diamond Dave Perry taking out the Queensland Open. He's been thereabouts, and we've seen him get plenty of podiums over the last few years, and he's just been, we saw him get the Nationals championship, which, made us all happy, and we thought, is the monkey off the back now? He's going to keep going, and he came from behind to take down our other good mate, Aussie T. But he took down the Queensland Open on the second or third last hole, so good to see Dave Perry with the foot still on the accelerator.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he just comes back and reminds us all every now and again how much better he is than everybody out in the field most of the time now, Dave. Look,
What about you, Ash?
What about me?
What
My favourite moments of the last 5 or 6 months. Well, look, I'll be honest. I miss out on a lot because of work and everything for disc golf. Doesn't seem like it, but I miss out on a lot compared to these guys. So I think it's been 3 false starts for me now, getting up to Central West, Molong, and spending some time at a Kevin Sharon Costa tournament. And so I was lucky enough to get a couple of days off work, head up with Matty and Jason in a camper, and get up to the Central West Cold Snap, which lived up to its name. It was cold, and it was a tough walk, and I almost fucking snapped. So it was, but yeah, fantastic course out there in Macquarie Woods, and we've got some video coming out of that. We've got the tournaments out, but some video we filmed for Central West to try and sell that little disc golf mecca there, or disc golf holiday destination that they're building up there.
Stay and play.
Stay and play.
Stay and play.
Yeah.
Central West Disc Golf.
Multitude of courses.
Easily, yeah. We got a camper and spent 3 days sleeping in each other's farts. It was fantastic. But, that'd be my highlight of the last.
And Cal Ford's tent.
Cal Ford's tent, yeah. Yes.
Another highlight, Matty, isn't it? Jace, how was your hot lap around Mount Pano in the camper?
I was good. For those of you who caught up on the Parked Instagram channel, that was the first time I'd ever driven a long-time motorsport fan, and first time I'd driven around Mount Panorama, Kyle. It was absolutely sensational. I was able to talk Matty through the entire
I
lap.
didn't really know what was happening, but I appreciated the views.
And that's
Spent most of the
reserved
lap
for
telling Matty
motorsport?
that, this is a course. They actually have a race on here, Matty. He was I'm blown away by that.
Horses? No.
No, it was great fun. I was in a really top-heavy camper, which made it difficult. Still got it done.
Chicanes.
Yeah, it was good fun. Great
really
fun.
Standing on the brakes around the S's.
And Kevin Sharon made that possible by dragging us all the way up to Central West. So thank you again for just delivering.
Kev didn't loan us his Monaro to drive around Mount Pano, but I think that's probably a smart move. Well, look, it's been 158 days, sandbaggers. We've missed it. You've missed it. Matty spent most of those days on the internet. So here it is, your favourite segment and mine.
Every step you take, I've been watching you.
Yes, it's back.
That bobbling head gets me every time.
It's back.
I've done plenty of sleuthing.
We've been waiting for this.
The darkest corners of our World Wide Web. No, look, I've got a lot of crap to get through here, boys, so I want to keep this punchy, all right?
Please.
It is a sub-segment, but it's a long sub-segment, so I'm sure the prefix sub is sort of redundant here. I've titled this one, Things That Happened While We Were Gone, quite simply. So the first one, good friend of the show, bit of a coverage mainstay on Parked Media here. Aiden Howard got married. There's a lovely photo of the couple there. And then there's this part of the nuptials, the minis, the wedding-themed minis, boys. What are we? I mean, imagine finding a girl that gives the okay to that. Like, I can't imagine finding a girl that would let me choose the color of my own socks, let alone let me have a mini at a wedding. And then
I fear it might be for your own good, honestly.
yeah, probably, and hers as well. This imaginary woman.
So maybe Anthony Pearsall sponsored the wedding. He sponsors everything else.
I think they were actually giving those away as a CTB prize at the last Melbourne Social Day.
There were definitely some bespoke banners as you walked into the ceremony. And if we have a look at this video from the wedding, which was taken by my good friend to my right here, Kyle Herbertson.
Oh, God.
Okay. Customary too, the throwing of the frisbees to the cheap Kmart basket.
I think it's the newest version of disc in a barrel or whatever you call it. Disc in a bin.
Disc collect? Yeah, wow.
You're going to see some familiar faces here, some cheeky little rapscallions.
Ryan Deere putting?
Yep.
Almost taking the kid out.
Watch him celebrate the make here.
Bit of Leo Dykes as well.
I thought there was a bit of top five going on there.
Yeah, there's look at Deeros just clambering around like a buffoon, crawling around. I mean,
Love
look,
it.
that was the first time I've seen Aiden out of his patent baggy Adidas shorts too, just quietly while throwing a disc. Anyway, congratulations, Dossie,
Well done.
and
Yeah, well done, mate. Congrats.
The
Emma.
girlfriend, Emma, that was the name
Wife,
there.
I think she is.
On
Wife
the mini,
now.
Maddie.
Wife now. Yes, that's what happens. That's what happens when you put a ring on it. All right. Next one here. Another achievement in a young man's life.
Hey!
Ryan Hart gets on the road. How good is that? Now he can do his own thing on weekends and not be dragged around by Papa Hart and play 180 holes of disc golf. So congratulations to you and your freedom. Ryan, boys, any kind words?
I mean, I'm not surprised. As everyone knows, the strongest part of his game is his driving.
Absolutely is driving.
So,
I wonder what that P actually stands for in the world of Ryan Hart.
practice putting. I didn't say that. I didn't say it. Sorry. Can we cut that? We're not live, are we?
Oh, no, we're not live.
We can
Don't
get that
worry
in
about it.
post. We can get that in post. All right. So,
Next.
yeah, this is the third mention for this young fella here. Ryan Deere goes on a European trip of self-discovery. Have a look at this, fellas. This is shocking.
Exactly what is he self-discovering here?
Oh, my God.
Ryan.
Oh, no.
He's got multiple angles too. We should get him unparked.
Oh,
Look at the interest
Yelko,
bystanders.
preach.
They're lapping it up.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm not
Oh.
sure. I'm not sure
No,
a
bring
win.
your camera yet.
I'm not sure a win at a, and I'm going to air quote this, major warrants that sort of cocky behavior overseas. But look, I think the only thing he discovered on this trip of self-discovery is that he's the most brain-rotted Gen Zer from here to Milan. So,
I just imagine, like, when I was a kid, it'd be like, oh, Nan, you went overseas when you were younger. Show me some pictures. Yeah, and they're standing in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. They're standing in front of the Trevi Fountain. Oh, Grandpa Ryan, show us some pictures of you in Venice. Have your kids heard of Inspired Unemployed? Yeah, like, wow. You'll come to regret that, mate. That gondola's like 500 years old.
Is that something that everyone did? Carry those bags on their shoulder back then?
yeah. It was full of Adderall. Okay. All right, the next one here. Enemy of the show. I'm not going to
how
mince
did
my
you get him
words
on
here. We have to get. He has to feature every week. Tim Ware gets a girlfriend, a new girlfriend. Everybody, how good is this?
How was this found its way into Media Watch, mate?
Wow.
Well, it was in the media, and I watched it. Quite simply.
I mean, we could have asked him about this. He's coming on tonight.
He is waiting.
He is.
in the green room.
We're having him on. So
I jumped the gun.
we'll ask him about it later.
Yeah, and doesn't he just look like a new man, despite how scary this image is? That is way too many Tim Wares. one Tim Wares heaps.
I'm going to get that on a disc.
Please.
Frighten the opposition.
Put it on one of our 20 spare all those
Warship.
warships we need to get rid of. Look, the only solace we can take from this is we know what happens to a disc golfer's rating when they get a new girlfriend. Tanksville.
Do you have a girlfriend, Matty? Something we don't know.
Well, I've got like 20. I think that's no, that's not true, female viewers. I'm very, very single.
Yes, all of them.
Denise Dark. I assume she's watching, maybe. I hope she's watching.
Matty,
She's one of our viewers. Unless Matt Hunter's changed. Okay, let's get away from this. All right. Okay. Another thing that I noticed and something that happened while we were gone is Ryan Michelle got even more massive. Look at this guy go. And you can see he's got the weights there, starting at the, this is his warm-up, I think, is what? 60
kilos.
kegs.
Right.
Yeah, then he upped 100 kegs, so that's 1.5 Matty Fazzes.
He's doing that easy,
He
isn't
goes
he?
to 140 kegs, that's 2 Matty Fazzes.
Eventually, those shorts are just going to get sucked all the way up.
Look, we called Dave.
200 kegs. He's getting up like I do out of a normal
Look,
chair.
I mean, I'm calling camera trickery because you can't see the end of the bar.
220.
He's got guys on the end
Are you kidding?
lifting it up. He's got Paddy on one side and Tim Bone on the other.
He can squat 3 Matty Fazzes. And look, we call Dave Perry peaches, but those are 2 very hard-working rock melons.
Yeah, they're
right
rock
there.
melons,
They
yeah.
are sturdy rock melons. And it's no wonder this guy can throw 150 meters with the slowest X step you've ever seen, because he can just generate force. Kudos to the PBs there, Ryan Michelle. And the last thing that happened while we were gone, Ash Wiedner is now comparable to Gannon Burr, and not only because they're making the big bucks in disc golf, but they've both got a pretty geeky hobby. Check this out. Lego models of the Titanic and some sort of Star Cruiser.
You know what it is?
The Falcon?
Millennium
The Falcon. The Falcon. Look at that.
It's the Millennium Falcon, yeah.
There's a pretty fair comp there.
Yeah. Look, the Titanic's genuine. The Lego heads watching will notice that it's not, his Falcon is the expensive one. That's the Ultimate Collector Series one. It'll cost you about $1,300 in Australia.
What?
Mine's the $250 one. But hey, same shape. Looks great.
I mean, yeah, we spend ridiculous amounts of money on plastic, but $1,300 for a model spaceship.
I love that everyone's obsessed with the Titanic. And I mean, you see here two perfect replicas of the ship in its entirety that was basically doomed for failure. I mean, it's like me carrying around a skeletal structure of Matty Faz's back, isn't it? I'm being excited by that.
It's just got to see. Doesn't need to hit an iceberg either. All right, that's what we missed, guys. That's what happened while we were gone. But one other thing, and one of my favorite sub-segments, and I hope it's some of your favorites, viewers at home, you can file this one under crap products that we don't need in disc golf. And these are everywhere. This is the latest money grab from MVP. Have a look.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a small gauge.
Aim small, miss small. MVP. I've been aiming small my whole life, and it's got me fucking nowhere. All right? Boys, what do we think of that? They've just taken an extra chain to tighten the chains. Like, come on. You could do that with a piece of string.
Yeah, I was thinking like an hockey strap or something.
You know what? I was about to defend it because it's something that I would appreciate in my life. But you're spot on with the hockey strap.
Yeah.
Where I don't know.
Cable tie?
Pop into Bunnings.
A cable
Call
tie?
it a day. No,
I mean-
cable. I get the removable aspect. You know, there's an appeal to having it temporary. I
There
don't feel
is.
like missing 20 putts in an afternoon consistently. You know, I might want to revert to maybe missing
Just
14.
Take your shoelace out.
Yeah.
Take your shoelace out and tie it around the basket.
Look, it always circles. It always
I'm sorry,
circles back to my point of there's too much disc golf stuff and just not enough disc golf yet.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's just like so many practice implements and so many things that you oh shit, I need the little choker for my disc golf basket. But you know what? Just practice. Yeah, just practice chucking plastic at chains. It's that's strange. I'd love to know how much they are, and I'd love to know if someone's got. You know who would have got sucked in by it? You know who'll have one already?
I've got a few names in mind, but you go.
Marlon Gonsalves. MVP released it. Marlon will be all over it.
Disc golfers are tight asses, guys. You're not selling this shit. Anyway, that was the return of Media Watch. I hope you guys at home.
Well done, Matty.
Brilliant.
Beautiful.
Matty, I'm so proud of you for coming back from a long time break of Media Watch and only nearly getting us cancelled once.
Yeah, that's good numbers for me.
That is pretty
good
good.
All right.
That's pretty good.
We've got a couple of tournaments to recap. We're not going to go through them all, but we are going to go through two. We've got our very special guest coming up. He's scheduled for about 6 minutes, but he might be able to wait if we can race through these tournaments really quickly. We're going to start with the Inverleigh Open. All right. If I can get there.
In the meantime, so as a prelude to this, our two tournaments that we're going to recap are Inverleigh Open and the Cobden Carnage. So get excited, boys. Which one did you guys play any of them?
Played both of them?
Played both of them. Good numbers
I
from
played
you,
one.
Jace.
Yep.
Well done. Ash, are we ready to roll with the
Yeah,
screen
it's
share?
just not on. There we go. And I'm going to
Fabulous.
bring us in as well.
Yes.
Ooh. Let's do it this way, huh?
Yeah,
We're
There we
tech
go.
heavy here.
sounds good. All right, who wants to lead off? Jace.
Yeah, I mean, look, starting with the MPO, I mean, we're not going to run through everyone, are we? But
No.
the tournament was held on both the original layout and
Golds?
gold and whites, depending on where you played. top half, bottom half of the field.
Correct. Yep.
But also the new Gold East layout.
Yes,
the
the Gold
East
East.
layout,
We've got the Gold East and the Gold West,
which is tough, long, and just a lot more invalid, in my opinion.
And too much left to right for a backhand dominant player like myself.
Yep. Look, it was tough. It was definitely tough. But I think playing it a few more times is going to help anyone. But look, I mean, Dylan Feldman there we see. Retired Dylan Feldman coming back and just winning tournaments as he does. So
10.09 rated as well. I had a peek at this before. I was like, are you kidding me? Like winning a tournament, yeah, maybe. But like shooting close to 10-10 is ridiculous.
I mean, 1,009 event takes home $280, still less than what I took home from the weekend. But yeah, great.
I do wonder what price he pays for that though. What the recovery is like for Dylan. Can he even, get up off the toilet for the next 2 weeks after playing, 2 decently sized days of disc golf?
But run by Chris Hart and Luke Pope once again, who love doing the gig out there at Inverleigh. And I thought once again they did a great job. There's a great vibe around there on the Saturday night because it was over 2 days and a few people camping. We hung around and definitely I drank way too many cans for a bloke that was driving back to Melbourne. But it was a good vibe. Ash, what do you think?
Yeah, mate, I had a really great time. I've made no secret of the fact that I don't enjoy playing Inverleigh or Fury Road, as I call it, the brown desolate wasteland. But I did enjoy that new back. What do they call it? The Gold East 18.
East.
Yeah,
Yep.
You enjoyed it?
I did enjoy it.
Oh my!
I did
goodness.
enjoy it. It was good fun.
I think Jason, Matty, and I went for a practice round around there, and I just about came the closest I ever have to quitting a practice round of disc golf. Yeah, did not cope well with that one.
Nah, it was an awesome event. Like I said to Chris, if you threw a few banners around, it would have felt more like a major than the Vic Open. And I don't want to go too hard at the Vic Open, but it was just a clean, smooth, professional feeling event.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. It was good. It was a good event. Good vibe, good run by good people, and good people down there playing, all down there for a good time. So
yeah, it's hard to make Inverleigh fun, isn't it?
Everyone has a red hot crack, and that's the way. Everyone, it's tough. It's tough play out there at Inverleigh. But
Reece Circuit played it in jeans. Protection from the acacia, apparently.
See, I respect it, and yet I still wonder if there are so many better options than jeans.
I would hazard a guess and say yes.
Yeah,
Fuck yes, Reece. Change that about your game. Jeans in disc golf. No.
So yeah, that was Inverleigh Open.
All right. Yeah. Well, look, we did talk about Inverleigh. It deserves it, right? The Inverleigh Open deserves it. But we do have what might be best to go for now is we'll talk because we want to give appropriate time to the more recent tournament, right? But we also want to give appropriate time to our incredibly special guest that we have waiting in the wings. It's not Tim Ware, for those of you that
he's coming on later.
Yeah, he's coming on later. He's waiting in the green room as well. But we have a man waiting to speak to that I'm incredibly excited about. I've been a fan of this gentleman for some time, and I think it's fair to say his work has informed a lot of what we've done over the last couple of years in making disc golf fun, enjoyable to listen to, a bit less stuffy, a bit less like golf, and having a bit more life and character.
It's very much our vibe here.
Absolutely our vibe. Without showing, without taking away from the reverence of the game. So what I might do is I'm going to play a quick ad from our sponsor, and after that, we will bring in the voice of the Disc Golf Pro Tour in Europe and one of the best dressed men on the disc golf scene, but the voice of the Pro Tour in Europe, your favourite commentator and mine, Esa-Pekka Tupala. We are going to speak to him right after this quick word from our sponsors. All right, sandbaggers. Well, without further ado, I can't believe I did that. I'm going to bring him in. Let's see if I can find him. Esa-Pekka, are you there, my friend?
Hello, everybody. It's so nice to join your stream, and that's quite an introduction.
Well deserved, mate. Like I say, we are huge fans of yours, and it's a huge pleasure to speak to you right now. You're looking great there, as usual, and I hope you appreciate it. We've all decided to put our suit jackets on in honor of you.
You're kidding me. Come on, guys.
I think I noticed that this year on the Pro Tour stuff. Is that something that you tried to bring in? I noticed you talking to Brian Earhart about it. And you always had your jacket on with your pocket square on your shirt, giving the sport respect. Is that something that was important to you, mate?
Well, that was actually something that our producer from the States, Mahmoud Barani, asked us. How do you want to how do you want to be on the booth? I don't know, maybe like a collared shirt and a tag jacket, something like that. Because I'm a freelancer musician, so I happen to have a couple of jackets, so that's very good for me. And then of course every guy in Finland at least has a jacket, so that's pretty easy to accomplish. But I'm just honored. This is the biggest honor I've had in the disco scene ever. Like 4 great dudes wearing a jacket in the street. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Well, mate, we are more than happy to afford you that honor. Like I said in the intro, I've been a fan of yours from the very early days of the Disc Golf Pro Tour coverage in Europe that we were watching. From memory, you were there right from the start. There might have been a couple others come in, but can you tell me a bit, and I know you've spoken a bit about this too, I think it was Charlie Eisenhood, but a bit about how you got involved in disc golf commentary, because as you probably know, it's something that every disc golfer wants to get involved in, but there's few jobs in it. So how did you get started in disc golf commentary?
Sure. Well, my career, so to say, in disc golf commentary and in the sports commentary, and it's best because I haven't done any other sports commentary before disc golf. Right. So the first event was the 2022 Finnish Nationals. It was held in Turku, and the studio was once again in Helsinki. It was the year when Niklas Anttila took his second Nationals title, and Teemu Lampainen, you might have heard of the dude. Oh, yeah. He's been playing very well in Europe. And he was leading the tournament up until the second to last hole of the tournament, where he wasn't quite able to get a successful putt and then got a roll down the hill. And it was quite sad because Teemu is a local, so I was kind of rooting for him there. But Niklas Anttila once again showed why he was coming and going to be maybe the best disc golfer Europe has ever seen in MPO. And it was a great tournament. I was in the booth for Saturday and Sunday. It was a 4-day event. And after that, the autumn went by. Then when the year was changing to 2023, we heard that, and I heard that Disc Golf Network was having some thoughts about bringing the streams into Europe. I was very excited. And even more excited I was when I heard that they are actually going to need a commentator. And it happened to be so that they opened an application, and we got the info through a couple of Facebook sites. So they were like giving their inside dudes the link how to fill the form, and we got the form. And I heard there was some amount of applications for the job, but they happened to choose me. I made a demo. How do you say that? A demo recording. I think it was the Champions Cup when Isaac Robinson took down his first major title. So I took the round 4 there, and then I just talked over the recording. So that's it. That's practically my story, how I became a DGN commentator.
Awesome. Well, look, we're trying to do the same thing, mate. We're trying to put ourselves in the box seat for when Disc Golf Pro Tour comes to Australia and be the ones right there ready to go. But we do have our 2 commentators, Jason and Maddie, sitting on the couch with Kyle, our editor and producer. But I think they might have some questions for you as well, mate.
Definitely.
I don't want to hog you.
And before you start, I want to congratulate you for the 200th post-production video on your services. So very well done, guys.
Thanks very much. We haven't made quite enough of it as we should have, but no, appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Esa-Pekka, I'm a huge fan, as is Maddie. We do all the commentary for, or most of the commentary for our videos. So we look up to you in a big way. And as we know, disc golf can be, sometimes difficult to make exciting and captivating for the viewer. So I suppose I'm interested to hear from you, your own commentary style and what you try to bring to it to engage the viewer in your own special way that doesn't already exist in the game, that something that you can personally bring to it.
Well, that's an interesting question. Thank you. The way I try to think about the commentary is that because I really get excited very easily on the subjects that interest me personally. And disc golf is very close to my heart. And I'm also, as a musician, I'm a performer. So when I go into that mode where I combine the musicianship, like being on a stage, and the amazing amount of excitement I get from disc golf, it might sometimes go a bit overboard. It might be that I'm too excited in the booth sometimes. Then I just try to calm it down and stay in the lane of how can I get the viewer to feel more at home with this particular stream, because I'd like to think about having Brian Earhart there on my left side in the studio, and I have like quadrillion ton of questions I'd like to ask him about disc golf as a whole. But then I have to think about the specific stream we are on, the specific players we are on there, and the track and the course. So that's kind of how I try to aim myself into the middle there, and then how to be myself in the commentary and how to get people excited. That's a very difficult question to answer. But you guys, you've been doing your commentary for quite a while now, and I suppose you have kind of found those things that fit your style. And the one feedback I've been getting the most, or the kind of the idea of commentary, is that people will know when you are not yourself. And there is a fine line when I'm a bit too excited, or just like on the line, which is what is still proper way to get excited. But I feel like I've successfully been excited, but not so much that I seem somehow very inappropriate or something too excited. So I kind of found my way to do the commentary, and that's the best advice I can give. Just do commentary and think about the things you say and the verbal or story building bridges you build. How would you like to make the conversation flow, and how do you like to give the question and give the floor to the color commentator? Because that's my job. My job as a play-by-play is actually make the color commentator shine. And if I can't do that, then we don't have a conversation, which is a proper way to do sports. That's how I feel.
Wonderful answer.
Incredible answer.
Very handy insight.
Again, too long of an answer, but hope you can get something out of it when you rewind it a couple of times.
I'm just soaking it up here, absorbing.
I think it's probably a lot deeper than we've ever thought about commentary. But we definitely encourage. We've always taken a be yourself approach to the commentary, and I do personally love those moments where you can hear you doing your job for 95% of the time, and then something will happen, and you'll go into that high-pitched, excited voice, and I'm like, that's just Epe. He is just in this and loving it, and it's fantastic to listen to. We do have a question before I go to Maddie. We do have a question coming through from the chat, which I was going to ask anyway, from a Ron Jones. So Ron Jones has come in first with EPT is the best. Became a huge fan this past year, so I thought I'd pass that on. But he wants to know when you started playing, and I wanted to know a bit about if you were playing before this happened, or before this commentary stuff happened, or how long have you been playing for?
Well, there will always be a spot on my CV that I am a pre-COVID disc golfer.
It's important.
Actually, my better half, so to speak, introduced me to this sport. It was 2018. Summer of 2018, and we went to play a local 12-hole course near where I live still, and it was great fun. We had some of those starter kits. It wasn't an Innova starter kit. I think it was a Latitude starter kit, something like that. And we had like 3 discs, and she had been throwing those with her friends for years, and it was great fun. So then I kind of started to think about, well, what's this sport all about? I mean, then I used those starter kit discs for a while, and then I Googled like what is this sport? How do you get more of these discs? And then I happened to have this store close by, and then I happened to visit the store, and oh, look what I got! I got 2 discs. Wow, I got these are better discs. These are way better. They fly further. Those 2 discs that were my own, they were Star Leopard 3. It was about 170 grams, I feel like. And then I had 172 grams Champion Sidewinder.
Ooh.
And boy, I haven't been able to turn that thing over in 8 years.
Wow.
I have to say that the Germ, I mean, Big Germ is calling some of those Excaliburs like fire trucks and Firebirds. What did he call fire trucks? That Sidewinder is a fire truck. That is not a Sidewinder. And I got really upset and frustrated because I can't throw a -3 disc like a -3 disc should go in YouTube. And then I'm really sad, but I actually sold the disc away a few years ago, and I don't have it anymore. But I would have wanted to have it right now because I've been getting to know how frustrating that can be and how cool that could be to have your own disc with you. But well, that's how I started, and nowadays I play regularly. In two of the last years, I haven't been very active competing, and I haven't competed with PDGA events very much at all. Mostly some weeklies and here and there. I think I'm about 950 rated player if I'll have to evaluate myself in a good solid day.
Highest rated player in this interview for sure.
Fire distance.
Tell you what, I reckon. Did you have your name on that Sidewinder?
I did, and I put my initials and my phone number in a triangle shape in the middle. So if I come by with that disc, I will know that it's my disc. So
someone's got that now. The value's probably gone up over the last couple of years, I'd say. But I think along how often you play and your PDGA stuff, I think Maddie's got some. He's done some deep dive into that.
Yeah, hi, nice to meet you, FA, Maddie. Ash did tell me last night that your closest friends call you Epe, so I hope that's okay that I can refer to you that way.
It sure is. Please do.
Excellent. So, look, I did a little bit of snooping on your PDGA page, and I see that you've only played, and this is according to the internet, which I always question, you've only played the one event, and you DNF'd and received a 999. Now, was tournament disc golf just not for you, or what's the story there?
That's interesting. I do remember that That is interesting. What is Oh yeah, I now remember. Yeah, that is true. That is actually true. Yeah, I was thinking about I maybe play 3 or 4 events, but 2 events I actually do believe it. Yeah, I believe that. So tournament play for me, I really like those one-day events because then you can just focus yourself. You can go in, you can do your best, and then you can get out of there. I'm quite a competitive myself, so I'm not as good as some of the other guys are with like living with yourself after a horrible round, and then you have to sleep, and then you have to go to the same competition again. I mean, I'm thinking about doing that maybe 3 days in a row. That's a horrible thing for me to think about.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, I'm the king of throwing away a lead.
Yeah, that might be the reason. And the one PDGA event, I think it was a local league event from Moscow. It was a 2-round event, if I remember, and I can't remember which round it was, but I actually twisted my ankle on a slopey hill with rocks and stones there. So I threw an upshot, and then I kind of fell after the shot, and I twisted my ankle just a bit so that I could really feel it in when I was walking to the basket. And I was like, well, this is not worth it. So I'm sorry, guys. I'll have to skip this one out.
Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Just thought we'd get the backstory there. Thank you for enlightening us.
Did I make it through this questioning? I don't know if I made it through, but I'm sweating.
We don't need to make you sweat.
This is the easy part. No, we should ask, what's the weather like over in, what is it like over here in Finland at the moment?
It's beautiful. It's the early autumn days, so some of the leaves are already yellow. Some of them are falling down, but we still have beautiful sunshine. A couple of two days before this, we just got a pouring rain, so this is the first break in a while for that. So it's beautiful.
Sounds just like Melbourne. Lovely. Kyle, have you got something?
Oh, hello. Yes. I did a bit of snooping as well, and looked over your interview with Charlie Eisenhood, and was really interested by your take on disc golf at a crossroads, being that courses need to change, or the way that the sport is being played to kind of make it less of a birdie fest and people shooting your 16 and 18 downs and things like that. And I wondered whether that you had any insight into what courses, say in Europe, really exhibit a great change to that, where the courses do really challenge the players. Obviously, you've probably had the chance to commentate a couple of them, but what makes a good course in that sense to you?
Well, I actually just watched the most recent upshot where they were talking about the Maple Hill course, and Gannon Burr was actually a bit called out on him, saying that Maple Hill is fluky, or it needs a bit of or it needs a lot of luck to get the victory there, and he was pushed back because that track has been cleared a lot when you take back the stumps in the ground and logs here and there and the undergrowth. So the track is now very much more like aimed for the control and for the skills, not for the luck or flukiness, whatever. And in my opinion, that's the best course to have, in which that a course that challenges the players with multiple ways and still somehow taking away most of the possibilities for big lucky or fluky things happen. So I would actually, once again, I don't know if you have heard about the Tampere Disc Golf Center. It's a pretty famous course here in Finland.
Yeah.
Well, that is a very great course because you have to have all the shots, and you can actually choose to go with a forehand or a backhand in a couple of situations. But still, it's a hard shot to take with both of those angles. So that's, in my opinion, the best type of a course, when you really have to just be on top of your game and succeed. So I don't know if that answers your question. I can't quite recall all the things we talked with Charlie about the sport being on the crossroads, but I still agree with that statement, because we have Gannon Burr and we have a couple of other players who on the best days, which Gannon has like 90% of his days, they just wreck the courses, and he takes like 14 down, 15 down scores on these ridiculous rounds. And it's not the fault, I believe, for the course designers or the other players or anything like that. It's just the fact that he's dedicated his life up until this point for disc golf and to be a pro and to be the best in the world, and that's his goal forever, to be the best in the world. That's how he puts it himself. So we can't blame anyone for Gannon Burr's success, so to speak, but we can do something. I'd like to have more triple mandos. I'd actually like to have some quadruple mandos. Think about a frame floating in forest, in woods, and you have to aim through a tide like a rounded object or a mando.
It reminds me of
Fire! Let's make this sport a show. Let's make it a show, because that's how we can get people in and attracted to the sport. What do? They put a ring of flames in the woods, and you have to throw through it. I mean, what's a better way to get more people excited about disc golf? I don't know.
That's
Live disc golf, you reckon?
It's a daily challenge getting people interested in disc golf. But no, it's a great answer, and I think it's a really interesting one. And I think that at least our takeaway, seeing the young up and comers here in Australia, it's that those who make it their life goal to be really good at the sport, there is just that that difference fundamentally. And I wonder, in the next 5 years, what we're going to see in the US as more people come through, say, the high school and college route and really challenge that. I think it is just, we're seeing Gannon Burr, a prolific young talent who is really one of the first to kind of see the ability to make a career in disc golf and actually do it. So,
And I believe we just had the highest rated 12-year-old from Estonia with this last update. So about 992 was he? He like 12 years old. And if we worry about Gannon Burr, we should be worrying about these other youngsters that are coming. And even in the States, I'm a bit of ashamed because I don't have any info about the college disc golf or the local tiers. Of course, in the States, because there's so many good and great players there growing. Just like we just won't know about those players before they come on tour. And I am still in the belief that we have to do something about the scoring of this sport in order to really like challenge the players. I might be in the favor of changing the baskets and at least have the same particular basket on every single tour stop and major. I don't care what the basket is, how it's made, who makes it, but just have the one basket, and then everybody has to play the same basket on every single time. So that would be the first step to make, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think it's one shared by a lot of people. It's good.
Yeah, I think basket consistency is a great start. I should just look at the chat there for a second. We've got some comments coming through. Ron Jones again, hoping we all get to play Oak Grove in Pasadena. I haven't played it, but apparently it still holds up, the original course. And we've got a twisted course designer that's dropped in, unfortunately, and heard your fire hazard comment. And I wanted to get your opinion. On Saturday, I think two of us will be playing a tournament in Melbourne where they've adapted a normal course that we play a million times a year, and it's all islands. So he's put island green. So you've got an island green for a par and then on a par 4, you've got a first island you've got to hit, and then a second island, and everything outside of it's hazard. Thoughts on that? I like the hands rubbing together, and I think Alan Brunstein's shout out there will enjoy that. What do you think?
Well, you guys are ahead of your time. Well, let's take the Estonian major. So the Tallinn course, which got a bit of a backlash once again this year, even though they made it more hard. They took those tees back, they put those baskets in peculiar positions. I feel like that place needs a lot of hazard. That's how we kind of we can't avoid Calvin Heimberg's and Gannon Burr's scoring well on that course. The winner will still have about 45 down after the tournament, but the thing is that the separation will be bigger, and the events on the last round will have more impact. Because if you make a mistake, that's at least 2 strokes to your score, not 1. Because that place doesn't have a lot of out of bounds, and I'm not actually such a friend for out of bounds on that kind of a park style course, because it's just bad luck most of the times. But if you take hazards, then you can actually show your skills and make big saves from the position where you're at. Because if you go out of bounds, you can get to the fairway from the out of bounds, and that's practically you have just one game plan there. But if you put all of the places hazard outside of the fairway, then the play gets interesting, in my opinion. So I really love actually that kind of an event here or there in Melbourne is trying something like this, because I really want to see the results, and I even want to see the coverage. How does it play?
Well, we're unfortunately not covering it. We've elected to play this one and murder our PDGA ratings. This weekend, most likely.
But if the tournament organisers are watching and would like to pay us a lot of money to cover it, we will do it. So,
and they are.
But no, certainly, I'm sure you'll see at least on my Instagram page and maybe the Park Instagram page a bit of how it turns out, and I might even share the PDGA event page with you so you can follow along with MPO and just see how the scores wash out. Just
an idea. Maybe get one of those 360 cams you can put on your forehead. Then One of
And
you
just
plays
take
the
it around.
tournament with the 360 cam going live all the way, and then you like name the stream on YouTube like point of view cam from the disc golf tournament with all the holes as island holes.
I
Maybe
don't mind
something
it.
else.
I don't mind it. Hey, that's you know that's why we talk to the pros, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
I'd be
that is
reluctant
the
to call it
tipping point for
POV.
us going viral. Maybe.
Yep. For sure.
You mentioned, I think you mentioned Tallinn there. You mentioned Tallinn, and I want to take it back for a second and talk about something you mentioned again on the Charlie Eisenhood interview on the Upshot. You mentioned that it's the first time for Worlds, I think, or Worlds or the European Disc Golf Festival this year that they fenced it all off, and you can't just walk in and watch it. Was that Tallinn or was that Nokia? Or it was the first time it was fully ticketed and you couldn't just walk in, spectate the event for free, or walk around the parklands? Was that one of those courses, or a different one? Or am I completely misremembering it?
I think the audio clipped just a bit, so could you repeat the question?
Oh, sure. Sorry, yeah, I was just asking. I think you mentioned on the Upshot interview that one of the courses in Europe this year, I think it was for Worlds or the Disc Golf Festival, was fully ticketed for the first time and fenced off, and you couldn't get in. For free. I think in the past, people had just been able to walk in, watch a few holes, certain parts, and that sort of thing. I just want to try and gauge if there was what the reaction to that was, because we're very unfamiliar with ticketed disc golf events in Australia at all. Most of them, actually, all of them, you can just wander into. Actually, we can't stop people. But was there any sort of backlash to having to pay to watch disc golf events, or having to, not being able to walk in and put your deck chair down like you would have in the past? How was that received?
Well, as far as I can remember, the European Disc Golf Festival, so the Tallinn event, has been fully ticketed from the start, so 2 years now on the Pro Tour.
Right. Okay.
And it is because the park has those huge walls going around the whole property. This year, 2025 was the first when they had one fairway that went outside of the walls. So that was, I believe, it was hole number 4. Was it?
Okay.
Or 3, something like that. So the dog leg through the trees and to the left, that was actually outside the walls of the park. So people who live in Tallinn and is in Estonia, which took the biggest bunch of the spectators there, they are actually very, very used to think that the Lauluväljak Park is closed and you can only buy a ticket to have a fully experience in the park. And that is mostly due to the concerts and other cultural events in the park. And I believe the local crowd there was very, very fine with it. And of course, we had the famous petting zoo that the producers wanted to share on the stream many times. We got lots of goats. And we got lots of suggestions in our ears to take on those goat conversations with the players. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to do that.
Good man.
But the thing is that's a great place to have a competition there in Tallinn, because the fact is that you have a lot of things going on there in the park. You have the petting zoo and you have other things for the families to do. So that's a great way to have multiple different kinds of spectators to come in. All the families can come, even like if the mom or the dad wants to see the disc golf action, all the rest in the family can still find something to do and how to spend their time. So that's the way to go. So I don't see any problems whatsoever with the place being fully ticketed.
Yeah, awesome. That's good. It's interesting because we have a lot of things. It's not so much events in Australia, but it is coverage. As soon as you've got to pay anything for coverage in Australia, there's a backlash and all of that sort of stuff. So just interesting to get some worldwide opinions on it. Now, I think we're about at time for you, mate, but I do want to throw to Maddie shortly, but I did want to mention very quickly that you did mention you're a musician earlier on, and I've followed you on Instagram, and I've seen some of your videos from your Timo Brass Band concerts and that sort of thing, and it's absolutely incredible. Anyone watching in the future, check out Timo Brass Band, and I think my favorite is the chart of Careless Whisper that you guys do, which is absolutely off the chart. Pardon the pun. But the thing I wanted to ask you with that was, before we throw to Maddie, was the saxophone player annoyed that you speeded it up and changed the time signature and got rid of the big sax line in that in Careless Whisper?
Well, our saxophone guys are not actually very, very emotional guys when it comes to that kind of a thing. So we just arrange the songs and they are happy because they can play nice music with a nice company. At least that is what I'm told. So I'm not positively, and I'm not quite sure if that's the fact, but sort of.
They didn't say anything anyway, yeah, even if they were. So look, it's been great chatting with you. Before we go, every guest we have on, we do like to subject to Maddie's spit out. So it's 5 to 10 quick fire questions. You can answer them any way you feel appropriate. We don't know what they're going to be. Maddie prepares them himself. So I'll throw to Maddie now, and good luck, Epe.
Thank you so much.
All right, Epe, thank you again. Yeah, look, we just want to get to know you away from disc golf. That's sort of the point of this segment. So short,
Sure.
sharp, however you want to answer, it's completely up to you. First question. What is an ideal first date for yourself? You meet a girl, you want to take her out, you want to impress her. What do you do? How do you go about it?
Just basically a good restaurant and a sunset on the beach.
Oh, very romantic. I never considered the sunset thing.
Is that because you're nocturnal? Or?
Maybe some very awkward trombonism there with the sunset, so she can go away as fast as she can, and then I can go away.
Maddie usually waits till it's dark.
Actually, you'd be having dinner at about 11 p.m. at night in Finland at the moment, would you?
Okay, second question. Would you like to one day visit Australia and pet a koala bear?
For sure, and please have at least 6 koalas there.
They do get chlamydia. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that word, but it's a sexually transmitted disease, and they're dying at a rapid rate because of it.
Well, that's really sad. I'm not quite sure what you meant about petting a koala. But I had one specific thought in my mind, but well, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, you might want to wear a glove.
Okay, sure. I'll do that.
So I went to Estonia about 2 years ago to check out the courses there, and I found out that a lot of Finnish people go to Estonia to buy cheap alcohol. Have you ever done that?
I've done 2 that kind of a trips when I was a student in the university, and it was for not an organization, but a student parties. That's the reason why we went there. But yeah, that's something that people do. The laws are getting more strict, and the taxation is building up. So it might be that we are losing that kind of a benefit soon here in the north.
I did hear that. Curse those tariffs. Fourth question. I've only got 2 more for you. What was your first job?
Oh, my first job. I had to say it was a summer helping assistant in a local grocery store where I was born with.
My good friend Jason used to be in that industry himself.
And me, yeah.
Yep.
And Ash.
It was, and a quick story about it. I went for the job 1 week prior to Midsummerfest, and Midsummerfest in Finland is a huge event, and all the people want to buy all the sausages in the store, and the stores already they gather all the sausage packages they can. So I was one responsible for putting the sausages in the fridges and in the cold cabinets. So I was young and I was fearless, and I took those boxes full of sausages and I loaded them from the trolley and lifted them up with my back, of course, not with my legs but with my back, and that caused some serious pain after the first week. So I really needed some medication for my back because I was too young and fearless. But that's a quick story about the store action.
Midsummer, is that Midsummer that you were talking about, the festival? Is that anything like the movie? The festival. Have you seen the film?
Is that the horror film?
It's a horror film, yeah. Florence Pugh.
I haven't seen it, but I wouldn't say it's as much of a horror show as the movie. It might become
deeply disturbing.
The Midsummer might become your personal horror movie if you drink as much alcohol as some of the Finns do. I'm not
All
one
right,
in
and
that group.
final question here. Obviously, you're a musician. What was the first CD or vinyl you ever bought?
Parents have multiple CDs that I remember listening to. My first CD that I bought, it might be actually this brass band CD called Spanish Brass, and they had a CD where they had some cover songs made, and they are actually a group of 5 people, I believe. So they don't have a drummer; they just have 5 brass players, and it was on a brass festival in Finland, in the eastern part of Finland where I was visiting. I was about, I believe, 12 or 13 years old, and then I bought their CD after the concert.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
I bought a Finnish CD once. I think the band was called Spitting Shit.
Ooh, well,
Yeah.
that's a name that many Finnish. Yeah, that's a name that many Finnish musicians would like to have on their bands.
I'm not even kidding.
So I'm not questioning that at all.
It just came to me. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for that.
Yeah.
That was the spit out.
Thank you so much.
You survived. Epe, I had one more question for you. The Timo Brass Band, I've always wondered, is it named after Timo Hartmann, the German disc golfer?
Well, it's actually not. It's actually on YouTube, a clip of Finnish rally driver who is actually interviewed after a what is it? One of those rally rounds that you do. I'm not a rally fan. I'm sorry, all the rally fans at home. Well, he was interviewed because they had an accident during the round. They went through this bumpy section on the road, and then his co-driver actually shouted in pain, and they started to wonder what happened, and it happened to be so that the bottom of the car, the rally car, actually there was a hole that came into the rally car because a stone came up through the bottom of the car, through the floor, and it hit the co-driver into bottom. And the driver was interviewed just after the round, and he's speaking, we call it rally English here in Finland for a reason, because Finns usually speak like this when they speak English, and it's a bit different. So he was asked about the thing, and he was very upset that his great round was gone, and he was telling that something came through Timo is actually his co-driver's name. Something came through Timo's seat up in the ass of Timo. And then we are gonna rewind like 20 years, and we have a discussion about our band's name, and one of our players, we're just throwing names here and there, and one of our players says that, how about Up in the Brass of Timo? Because that line is in the top 3 lines that have ever been said about any Finnish guy's mouth. That is in the top 3, and everybody knows it. So that would be a good name in Finland. But I was like, that's too long. That's too inside joke. Give me a better one. Well, just Timo, and that's what we stick with.
That is amazing.
I'm going to look up that quote, and I reckon you said it's in the top 3 things that have ever come out of a Finnish guy's mouth. I reckon the other 2 talking about Evelina Salin and feeling the pressure like a sauna when she's putting or something like that, or whatever else you said. And it was an excellent Valtteri Bottas impression in the middle there too, I thought, when you said Finnish guys talking English.
Kimi.
Or Kimi,
I mean,
Kimi Räikkönen,
A lot more Kimi.
But yes,
I mean, I've been talking English about 39 minutes straight now, and it's been about 3 months break of me talking English, so that's what you get. So thank you, guys.
Well, it's been we appreciate your time, and we have gone over time. I could talk to you all night, and I'm sure the boys could as well. We'll have to have you back on before the Euro swing next year, perhaps, and get your take on it if you're not too busy, and catch up with you again, because I'm sure we'll have more to talk about. It's been wonderful chatting with you, Epe. I wanted to sort of slide in and see if we could get you on the show for a while now. So I thought this was a fantastic opportunity, mate. Incredibly generous with your time. We'll be keeping across your commentary and your work with DGPT, and of course your work with the band as well. Yeah, guys, any closing?
Thank you very much. Honor to speak to you.
Yeah, I can't believe
Thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah.
I'll be remembering
Thank you
that
so
origin
much.
story.
Well, I do. And thank you so much for the invitation. This has been a great show, and I'd love to be back for more disc golf discussions.
Brilliant.
Wonderful.
No worries, mate. Well, look, you've got a lot of fans out here in Australia, so we hope to see you out here someday, and potentially even commentating on Australian disc golf someday. That'd be magnificent. We'll wrap it up there, and we'll speak to you again soon, mate. Wonderful catching up and wonderful meeting you, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you again. Bye.
See you, mate. Wowee.
What a guy. What a
A
guy.
ripping dude.
What a dude. What a hairstyle. Like that is
Yeah, it's rockabilly, isn't it?
perfect,
Yes,
isn't it?
it is. Double bass styles.
It is.
Yeah.
Looks like he should have been in Area 7.
But yeah, look, if you haven't checked out some of the Euro stuff, check it out. But we are going to get back into now. I'm going to try and recover from that because that is a highlight of the Clubhouse for me. And what better way to recover than hopping right back in to tournament discussion, and let's talk about a tournament that happened just over the weekend, as a matter of fact, the Cobden Carnage.
Oh, this thing just started going off. Sorry, straight away. As soon as you said Cobden Carnage, the self-promotion alarm just went off. So I'll just put that there. Hopefully it doesn't do it again.
I haven't said a thing, mate.
It's a little bit sensitive today, isn't it, Jace?
It is. It's hypersensitive.
Oh, I see.
So we've got the scores up there. Tell us about the tournament, Chase.
Sorry, once again.
Every time he speaks, it's like it knows.
No, so this was, as I just removed this jacket because I bought this when I was a lot smaller.
Oh, yeah.
And it's quite warm in the studio.
This isn't my jacket. I'm going to keep it on because I think it looks quite dapper.
It
probably
isn't
the
your
best thing.
jacket. Do you own a jacket, or did you rack this from your dad's
I
closet?
wear one to parent-teacher interviews twice a year. Yeah.
No, we had, of course, on the weekend, we had the Cobden Carnage, and there's been much lead up and build up to this tournament run by first-time TD or second-time TD, I think. New disc golf company, if you will, into the Victorian disc golf landscape in Gov's Disc Golf, run by managing director, I suppose he is, or CEO.
Yeah. You call yourself what you want, really, can't you?
Yeah, exactly right. Wayne Govan.
Beanie merchant.
What's that?
Beanie merchant.
Yeah, Beanie Merchant,
Beanie
Mini Merchant. And look, he had it all in this tournament, and he went to a tremendous amount of trouble. 2 3/4 hours from Melbourne it was, so not exactly around the corner, but I remember him mentioning this Cobden tournament to me. I reckon it was Disc Golf Day
Ages
last
ago,
year,
wasn't it? Yeah.
a year ago.
It's been in the works. For a while.
He wanted to do it, and he got out there, and he just fucking did it. And I turned to Ash at the end of it, and none of us knew what to expect or anything like that. But I turned to Ash and I went, I reckon Wayno might have pulled this off.
He absolutely
He
did.
just pulled it off. It was a good event to be at. The weather was pretty good apart from the wind. Matty, you missed out. It was a ripper.
I really wish I got to go.
Left Sam Barnett high end dry.
It's not the first time. Sorry, Barney. At least it wasn't because of alcoholism this time.
No, the course was well, Ash and I both played it, and as professionals, we can give you our
Professional opinion.
on
Oh, it just went off again. So sorry.
We should
Give it back.
say,
It's the-
we should say that when we talk about the course, we should say Wayne, the Big Fish, Marlon Gonslaves,
Yep.
A couple other Ballarat guys. They had to make it from scratch, on this golf course. So,
It was a pop-up. It was a pop-up. So as we know,
Boy, did it pop.
you definitely couldn't go out 3 weeks earlier and take a basket out and play the holes.
Yes.
But yeah, so it was, and it was great. We had a great time. We had a good battle in MPO as well.
Well,
Went to a playoff.
take
Cool.
me through it then, Jace.
Marcus Villota and Patrick Robinson both finished on 12 under. They went to a playoff on hole 1, and I believe Paddy got up
He did.
in our 1-hole playoff. So yeah, great Marcus Villotto. I mean,
That's
what a very, very strong effort from the big Estonian there.
The Hulk.
He's starting to come on a bit, isn't he?
I must admit, it's the first time I've seen him on the leaderboard, like at the top for a good
genuine
while.
threat.
So it's really good to see him back there.
MP40. We played. I had the pleasure of playing this guy in the second. Oh, it's not next. MP40
Can be.
Yeah, we had Ash and I both had the pleasure of playing with this man. Just putt the lights out.
Yeah.
And, not sure what he did in round 1, round 2, but Josh Smith was sensational. But our own Ash Wiedner finishing second.
Well done.
And cashing.
I don't know how to turn this alarm on.
Yep, there we go. Sound it loud and proud, because this is why we did the show. It's the only reason we did the show.
Chris Ronalds hit the nail on the head.
He did. We weren't going to do the Clubhouse ever again. And as soon as Ash cashed, he came up to me and said, I reckon we should do the Clubhouse this week.
He did call himself Big Cash Ash after one skins event in Ballarat 3 years ago.
Yeah, 3. So I took about $220 out of skins, then played the Good Friday skins at Stony Creek and took down the entire pot on a single putt on the last hole.
If we could just scroll away from that score.
Did you ever work out how everyone felt about you taking all of the cash at your own event that you organised?
Start calling. I won't say that.
Yeah. I think it was who I took it off that no one minded.
It's a Wolf of Wall Street.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cobden. My opinion, great tournament. Well done, Wayne Govan. Sensational. Hope you get out there and do it again. Another mention we should go past is I've called this before as very, very close to MPO. Penloo's starting to string a few wins together now. Shot the same as the 2 MPO winners.
They were playing a different course, weren't they? MA1 and MPO.
No, they were
It's a shorter
playing
course
the
for
same
MA1.
course. So yeah, he's. I've called it. It's going to be close, I reckon, by the end of the year. I reckon.
I mean, I also noticed there Seb Gutierrez would have finished outright third. If he was up there as well. So
great round.
I got to play with Seb round 1, and it was. He was just. It felt like he birdied 9 holes straight on the back 9. Yeah.
No.
Alan
Very hot
Brunston down
rounds.
there in 4th. What else have we got, Chase?
Glenn Ralston.
Glenn Ralston.
Oh my goodness, those
Get
are
a
some
zoom into
profile
that
pictures.
That profile. There we go.
looks like when they caught Tony Mockbell.
Doing his best Ben Cousins arrest video there on the Main Street of Perth.
Sasquatch had a shave.
I just want to see this Aaron Pearsantini one as well. Has he done some work on that profile picture?
Have we got it?
Yeah, not enough.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it looks like something from 300.
Look, we'll take it. In future, get your profile photos up here on PDGA. You
So
know?
yeah, I just want
Show
to
us
say a big congratulations to Wayne Govan for a tremendous tournament that he put on, and I hope he does it again because I reckon it was great. And it's good to see young new TDs, first or second time TDs, getting out there and having a crack in a brand new location. I mean, he even hinted at that, didn't he? That might even be somewhere different next time.
We like a man
absolutely.
With vision. Love a man with vision.
Absolutely. And look, I really just wanted to, look, Wayne, I mean, yeah, he promoted the hell out of it. He did the work with Cobden. He went down there, all the time, designed his course, did the work with the local community. But then we got there and, it's always strange going to a first-time TD. You never quite know what you're going to expect. But relaxed, things went wrong at lunch, which have been mentioned in other media outlets. The lunch took too long. Wayne just calmly, didn't even break a sweat. All right, we'll just push round 2 back half an hour. Okay, no worries. Everything was nice and simple. And so we talk a lot about another TD from Ballarat and Reece Circuit.
Reece, TD of the year.
TD of the year, Reece Circuit. And it reminded me, now we've got 2 on the scene, it reminded me of a Steven Spielberg movie, his first film. That we've got. So, Reece Circuit's in the driver's seat right now. But
this is
we do have Wayne driving his truck right up behind you, Reece, coming in for no reason, mate.
Is that AI, the gentleman at the front there?
Yeah, a little bit.
They look so much like Reece Circuit.
Does look a lot
Yeah,
like Reece
I
Circuit.
spent a few credits on Gemini AI making that look like Reece Circuit after I failed on Photoshop. But yeah,
I love the
So-
governors just on the bonnet of his truck as
Look
well.
at his
He's not
lips.
even driving.
look at his lips. He's coming, Reece.
He
Wayne
could.
is coming.
He could
All right.
be.
UTD of the year.
So yeah, but no, look, from all of us, or from the two of us that turned up, Reece, Reece had nothing to do with it. He wanted to make that very clear 3 weeks out, didn't he, Jace?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He separated himself from it.
Yep.
And you know, there
Would
was.
you say there's a rift?
Oh, there's definitely
Yeah.
there's definitely tension in that Ballarat community.
Yeah.
You know, it's sort of like, you know, when the top dog gets challenged, it's that sort of you know, there's someone's challenging the alpha in the pack, so you can definitely see that. And Reece, you know, he didn't even turn up to.
No, didn't even play.
No, he didn't even turn up.
Just was never part of
So
it.
he turned his back. He Zach merited Wayne's disc golf tournament
In Zach Merritt's hometown.
in Zach Merritt's hometown.
Do you know
So-
what? I can't believe that we've made it 83 minutes into the show for the first Zach Merritt mention.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well,
That's all
great
he deserves.
segue, Kyle, because our next guest.
We found him. No one else could. But no, seriously, fantastic event from Wayne. Hope to see more from Gov's disc golf. It's yeah. Look, I'm not. I don't think it's out of place to say I was surprised. You know, like it was a high level event. Matty said it before about Inverleigh. A few banners and some flags and some paint lines. It might have felt like the Vic Open. I don't think this. You know, I think this felt better than the
Brilliant.
Vic Open.
It was
this year.
brilliant.
It was just
Great setting
vibe.
too.
Yeah,
great setting.
Beautiful. I did say at one point there was a. It looked like Hobbiton. You know, there was some rock walls with a creek falling down near hole 8 and 9 and everything. And I turned around to Marcus Valotta and said, "It's so pretty here, isn't it?" And Marcus Valotta just went, "It's okay." I forgot I was saying that to an Estonian who's got a castle in the middle of their capital city. But Cobden Carnage, when you see that advertised, Wayne is probably going to start plugging it in the next month or so. I'd say the Cobden Carnage 2026.
I think he's going to keep the same name because he's already got 153 beanies and 73 minis.
Interestingly, Wayne did approach. He approached me. I don't know if he approached you guys about the name. But he did approach me for some advice when he was setting this tournament up, and he offered me. And I'll try and remember the variants of the name that he gave me. But he said, "What do you reckon about these names? Cobden Carnage, Carnage in Cobden, Carnage at Cobden, or the Cobden Carnage?" So he's pretty set on the Carnage from day one. Old
He
Wayne.
likes his alliteration,
He
does
does.
Wayne?
But yeah, can't fault him on that one. He has smashed Reece Circuit to the curb.
Yep.
So well
and
done, Wayne.
after Inverleigh, I was there. After Cobden, I was there. And we all know I like to mention 3 things that I've learnt about the recent
Yes,
tournaments.
Ooh, boy.
We haven't got an intro, but we will have one very soon.
Trifecta of
Yeah,
learning.
probably.
3 things I've learnt. Cobden Carnage. Marcus Valotta is a genuine MPO threat.
Great call. Great call.
It's a
Agreed.
pretty good call.
Agreed?
Hulk smash.
I think
Look-
so. So look out for Marcus Valotta. He's been right up there at the top now, and I think he's asserted himself. He's asserted himself as a genuine MPO threat. So I like what I see
He's breaking down courses.
from the big white teeth warrior.
Yeah, he's breaking down courses. Like
The ivory dealer.
I attribute a lot of my success at Cobden to playing the first round with Marcus. I hadn't seen the course, and Marcus took me around, and he'd broken down every shot and playing conservative on a lot of par 4s instead of trying to blast the hell out of it. So yeah, he's a different player. He's still got the power, but he's very sensible and he's putting it together. Like it.
And just quick question: how old is Marcus?
Oh, I don't know. He could be 19. He could
I was
be
going to say
45,
I
yeah.
reckon his range is vast. Because if he's younger than 28, then we could see
I feel like he's 30.
A dynasty.
I could be making that up though.
If his visa doesn't run out, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2
Mm.
things I learnt post Cobden and Inverleigh. Inverleigh's new East Gold layout is tougher than the hour and 20-minute drive to get there.
Well, it
Agreed?
takes you an hour and 20 to get through 6 holes.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
You're going to find no complaints from me on that take, Jason.
You couldn't get further away from the clubhouse on a couple of those holes out there. You are right.
Yeah.
I remember I went out there one day to do the flyovers, And I remember saying to someone, I looked at my phone at one point. I was on the very back section of the course.
Well, that
Right at the start of that
dreadful
par
par 5.
Par 5 from hell, yeah.
And there was dead set vultures flying around. And I looked at my phone. I was out of service, and I thought, if I break my ankle or roll my ankle here, I will die here.
You get torn apart by dingoes.
Just torn apart by dingoes. That's right. It is desolate out there.
I see what you're saying, but I actually enjoyed the new 18. It's long, it's far away. They probably need a new entrance. But I liked that every hole at an Inverleigh course wasn't, we're going to put a tee pad behind a tree and see if you can miss that tree directly in front of you. And, you know, there were lines. There were, you know, a lot of it's too long. It's ridiculous for players of our caliber. But I liked that we saw some light at the end of the tree-lined.
We use the fairways a lot more.
Yeah, we do. We use the
fairways.
golf fairways a lot more. And yeah, so there were, I think there were signs of life in Fury Road out at Inverleigh there. But yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
we know what we're trying. We know what they're going for
Yeah.
out there. Like that's going to be the Vic Open, I think, from here out.
Yeah, I think so. I think that the ability to
to
change the courses too means they can get more numbers there.
Yeah, the ability to have pool play is a massive thing for, I mean, let's face it, any course. You see it with Nationals coming up this year, being able to have a Div 1 and Div 2 run simultaneously. It's it's a big draw card.
If we can get an airport out there, we'll be laughing.
Don't make me fly out of Avalon, Matty.
I mean, Ryan Hart can get his pilot license too. Yeah. Clayton Beck can fly us out there.
Clayton, the whole New South Wales crew.
And number 3 for things I learnt post Cobden and Inverleigh. Thanks to Inverleigh's Ace Challenge, I can make more money from a 35-metre putter throw than I can from filming a major. Yeah.
We do this for the cash, boys. We do this for the cash. And the women.
Yeah,
And that is 3 things I learnt.
Yeah, we haven't harped on that, but you tell us about that, Jace, the 35-metre putter throw.
Yeah, we did have as always at Inverleigh, Chris Hart organised a ace run challenge for everyone who played in the tournament. We had one throw, everyone missed. We brought it back. We had another one. I think the third time they moved it in 5 metres, so it was 35 metres. And Duncan said to me, why don't you just throw it in? And I said, all right. And I'd had a few cans. And I just turned around and threw it in. And it was, much to everyone's surprise, it was me. See, it was a good payday.
And it was a link.
And Chris Hart, thank you very much, man of his word. Monday afternoon, bang, money was in my bank. So...
should say that for Wayne Govan as well. Really quick pro payout at the Cobden Carnage too. So yeah, you get the siren out. I don't care.
Will you stop touching my siren?
I just can't help it. You both.
You've gotten slack,
I'm going to have to put it out of my his reach.
That is the
I don't want to
professional.
overdo it.
The professional take on 3 things we learned. Fantastic, or 3 things Jason learned. Fantastic, Jason. Now we do have a quick segment here. Hot button topics. I did want to mention those very quickly. Our hot button topic. There has been some chatter around working with children checks in Australian disc golf. Now, while yes, that is something that is necessary and is coming in next year, I just wanted to shout out the help that because obviously the policy and the guidelines that were put out by ADG suggested that we, as a coverage unit, we're going to have to get new children checks and background checks for every state we went to. Some of them we were going to have to pay. Some of them they were, it was very complex. And so we reached out to ADG, and I just wanted to shout out the incredible work of the Erica Bucket, I think it is, the new comms person there, who has been in the role a couple of months and has already done a hell of a lot more than I ever did in the role, and got back to us with some really solid advice and confirmation on what was required from us. So if you do have questions about the working with children stuff and the guidelines around that for tournaments, reach out to the ADG. They're doing incredible work around that, and there's some big things coming from them. ADG tour points have also come out as well. Boys, did you notice anything on that? Or nah, haven't read it.
Still don't know how they're accrued. Still don't know what they're playing for.
Yeah. It's basically it's a lot of turning up, I think.
I think that this year we've seen a bit of a, I don't know. I feel like going to majors, we haven't seen a full field at many.
No,
we just haven't seen many people.
I think it's been tough to travel this year.
I think so, but it has just resulted in a lot of the ADG Tour points ending up being the people that show up to all of the events. So we'll see if that evolves coming into New South Wales Open and Eruption.
Warmer weather, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But look, it's killed the Retailers Cup for this year. So
yes, it has. I did want to mention something that happened. We don't talk about international scene very much, but we did see earlier this week the slightly perplexing and sad news that another Latitude 64 sponsored player has soft retired. Kristen Lark. Out of I guess perhaps not out of nowhere, but an Instagram post came out saying she's nothing more for the rest of the season and next year. Got a bit of Feldman about it, doesn't it? No.
I was thinking Ash Barty, but Feldman too. Yeah.
What do we think? Thoughts? Obviously, incredibly sad to see a dominant and inspirational player on the women's side of the game that's been so dominant for the last couple of years, and so much of someone to look up to for younger female players and brought a lot of them into the game. What do you think, boys?
I think we in Australia definitely, and for what disc golf is in Australia, I think we probably grossly underestimate how much pressure and how much of a star Kristen really is in Estonia. I mean, there's billboards, major sponsorships. She's the main Nike ambassador in Estonia.
Yeah. Porsche as well, I believe.
Porsche as well. Like, there's a hell of a lot of pressure, and it's something that we could never understand. The pressure to perform when everyone knows that the sort of endorsement money you're collecting, that the sponsorship money, that all that sort of stuff that you're collecting.
I don't know, that 10% off at Jindy Disc Golf shot really heaps the weight on my shoulders, my friend.
Yeah. But Matty, I mean, you've been to Estonia. You've stood beside Kristen at a tournament.
Yeah, she's smaller than you think.
Yeah.
Adorable,
were there people milling around her? Was there pressure on her shoulders then? Did you see it coming?
It was I didn't know she was going to be there, and she wasn't playing. She was watching silver at the Estonian Nationals. But what Jason said about the billboards is like she's like the way we see posters of Bailey Smith, the cotton on. You see her around Thailand. She's a genuinely known personality, and look, I feel the pressure when I'm putting in front of bloody,
no one.
Jason, Dave Gannon on MA3 cards. So I can only imagine what she's going through.
Probably should ask.
Shout out to Davey G.
Probably should ask the European we just had on about this.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, that was a missed off.
Kyle, did you have any thoughts on it before we move on?
None discreet. I think just like very similar to Jace's. I think that there's a lot of probably pressure to deliver consistently when you're touring, and there's a lot of other competing life priorities, and being able to manage that over a course of so many years on tour, it A, takes a toll, and B, it's not forever. It's not always going to be forever. So if we see a return from her, that'd be fantastic. But it'll be interesting to see what evolves.
It's funny that Maddie mentioned Ash Barty, because I remember when Ash Barty retired at the top as well. She was quite open about the fact that she retired to start a family. So I'm just wondering if that has any thing to do with where Kristen's at as well. I mean, it is a thing for a woman to want to start a family, to stop the sport and maybe come back to it afterwards or something like that. I mean, a lot of women do that. So is that maybe an issue? Not an issue, but is that a driving force? She has been married now for a couple of years, hasn't she?
Well. Yeah. Silver might have to develop a backhand now if he's going to be the sole breadwinner for 9 to 12 months.
Yeah, well, he was earning most of his money being a caddy, wasn't he?
Yes. So, look, Kristen, if you're watching, and I know you do.
Of course she's watching.
We're sad to see it, and we hope to see you back dominating next year or the year after. Maybe she'll play some of the Euro swing or some of that. Because, as a disc golf viewer, it's sad to see. As a human being that understands the pressures of being a professional athlete, it's
come on.
It's
where is it?
Yeah,
where is it?
Yep. Fair enough. Everyone's entitled to a break. Hopefully her and Dylan Feldman can get back in action and unretire and bolster those latitude 64.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise Paddy's just carrying the whole weight of latitude
There's
64.
a lot of work for Paddy to do. A lot of work for Paddy to do.
A lot of latitude 64. It's a lot of work to do.
All right, so we should start moving on. Next thing we want to talk about, upcoming tournaments. So we've been a bit quiet since we went to the Central West. Hasn't been a lot of tournaments that have had us there, and we haven't had any majors. So what's next for us? We've locked a couple of things over the last couple of weeks, boys. Locked a couple of things in.
Where are you going, boys?
Ooh, Maddie and I are going to the New South Wales Open, which is super exciting.
Really exciting.
Yeah.
It's the original odd couple.
Never been to Newcastle.
Never been to Newcastle. That's
I mean,
interesting
why-
knowledge.
No offense to the Newcastle crew, and especially Taylor, who's going to be putting this up. But,
Staying with the Zoosh. I mean, that's going to be
we
interesting.
can't wait. What the hell's going on in Newcastle? Just, between us.
I mean, I only flew into there to go to a place that's not Newcastle, so I can't really speak to that.
I know they've got the Jets in the A-League. That's
I've been there quite a few times. It's quite a lovely town in
Okay.
certain parts. You've got the Hunter Valley just behind you there.
Get the Knights.
Hey?
Yeah,
Newcastle Knights.
Newcastle Knights. Yeah, you've got, what's his name? The big guy on the NIB ads. Paul Harrigan, I think it is. Just walking around saying hello to people. G'day, Harrow. How are you? Good, thanks, mate. That sort of stuff. But yeah, Newcastle, lovely beaches. Craig Johnston from Newcastle. But Silverchair. Anyway, I could go on, but I won't. But yeah, very excited. JJ's reached out and got us up to the New South Wales Open for the first time in 2 years.
Exactly.
We went to the New South Wales Open at the Armoury. They didn't have one last year. So we are back at the New South Wales Open. So we're bringing you post-produced coverage within 4 weeks of that tournament. The other thing we've locked in, and we've got confirmation that we can announce it. I feel like I'm an Instagram influencer. I'm announcing something.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're going to nationals. We are going to nationals. Some of us are going to nationals.
Boys, you are back in the job. You've made it through 2 years of live, no cancellations. We're back again. Are you excited to watch some more Mundaring?
Excited. It's easily my favourite part of commentary for the whole year. It's our grand final, Matty, isn't it?
It really is. And
we get to commentate live and engage with, sometimes up to 20 or 30 people in the show. It is just so much fun. We get to give shameless sponsor.
you know what you're going to get if
plugging.
you sponsor that
I mean,
coverage
it's our favourite. We love doing it. So we're wrapped to be doing it
It's
again.
not even the disc golf; it's the space between the disc golf. that I love. We're really clutching at straws to find something to speak about. No, yeah, we're pumped. We're absolutely pumped.
So yeah, sorry, Kyle. Did you have
No, I'm also just super excited. I feel like it's another year, another upgrade to the live here and there. I mean, we've seen a lot of Mundaring recently. So
Well, last time you were at Mundaring, you TD'd an event, Kyle, remember?
I did TD an A tier. I forget about that. A lot of
Why?
work went
Why'd
into
you
it.
forget about it?
No comment.
He wants to stop having the dreams.
Is there going to be an Aussie Disc Golf Day spotlight on you, Kyle, on the ADG Instagram page?
I hope not. But no, by the time we get there in November, I may be able to have forgotten what every hole at Mundaring looks like. So it'll be a nice refresher. Super excited.
Yeah, so we haven't hammered out the details yet, but thanks to ADG again, who are coming into fully or mostly, partially fully, I don't know yet, we haven't hammered out the details, support our live coverage of nationals this year in WA. So we'll be sending a crew over. Commentary will be Matty and Jace, and they are excited. They work all year for this. They put in the hard yards commentating, the Hopkins, Hyzer, and whatever else that we throw their way. And they live for this live stuff. So we are stoked that we can bring it to you again, Sandbaggers, and we hope you enjoy signing in. And I did see you talked about the sponsors, guys. I didn't actually put the pieces together until now. But Lotus Kingston over in WA, he is the standing sponsor for one of the holes. I think it's hole 4 at Mundaring, and he was actually trying to hock off his sponsorship of that hole for nationals. So perhaps that's why he didn't want to get roasted by you guys in your sponsors shout outs. But yes, If you haven't signed up, which judging by the sign-ups, most of you haven't, please do and get over there because we'll be there and we want to get as much disc golf and speak to as many people as we can and get as much disc golf out there on the live stream. So if you were planning on going just to watch, please still do because watching it at home won't be the same. But if you can't get there, we are going to stream it for you. And all over the world, Ron Jones, who I assume's in America by all the California references in the chat. So yes, that is it. We will be, and that'll be around, I think it's usually around Thanksgiving weekend for the US. So it's
I believe the
perfect timing
overlap
to
is
have a few IPAs and sit back and watch our nationals. All right.
Ron Jones, just want to mention in the chat, bit of ice cream work here. Number 2 rated course in California was designed in '96. I should know. I did it. I think what he's subtly trying to tell us there, Ron, is that he designed which course?
I don't think it says there. I don't know what. Maybe if you can come in the chat and tell
Back
us.
in '96. So well done, Ron Jones, on obviously been around the game for a long time.
Yeah.
only 4 a.m.
Stayed up till 4 a.m.
Oh my goodness,
Well,
that
thanks
is
for
some
staying
commitment.
up, Ron. We appreciate
Still
it.
haven't cured his insomnia though. Watching the Clubhouse.
Or he's some
Oh,
sort of
mate.
addict.
But no, that's fantastic. It's. I'd love to see, Ron, if you do jump on, watch some of our coverage of the Inverness Open and tell us what you think of Inverness and the course design out there. I'd love to hear it. Browns and Bows, is that the course? Is it Browns and Bows? We'll check
Could be
it
what he
out.
thinks of Inverness.
Give me what he thinks of Inverness. All right. Now, Jake, you had a talking point. Fly me over. I'll lend a hand.
I ahead of what is to be the final 2 majors before nationals
Yes.
in New South Wales and
Eruption.
Eruption is the one. Yep.
Mm.
Before, obviously, there'll be no major in Perth this year apart from the nationals. I just wanted to have a quick chat about some sort of state of origin, which is never often spoken about. It's not even an organised thing. I just sort of came up with it the other day. And if we want to go through the majors this year, we'll start with what was the first one?
Would have been Tassie.
Tassie. Do we know who won Tassie?
Luke Bain, I believe.
Luke Bain. So Queensland
Queensland took it out.
Queensland taking out the first major of the year. Vic Open was probably the next.
Sizzler.
Was probably the next, which was
Doing well.
taken out by a Western Australian
It was.
in Blake Houston. Vic Open was next.
Taken
It
out
was.
by a Victorian.
Vic Open was taken out by a Victorian. The Queensland Open, can anyone tell me where the winner of the Queensland Open was from?
Victoria.
So am I right in saying that this will be New South Wales' first opportunity to win a major this year because it's their home state?
Absolutely.
Are there any interstaters going to the New South Wales Open?
There aren't, are there?
I don't believe so.
No. So
There's some ACT actually making their way.
Inter-territory is.
In-
so Victoria way out in front.
Yeah.
And Queensland, WA just behind. So is there a battle shaping up here? I mean, is this something that the states are concerned about? The Canberra boys not even locking one in?
The Canberra boys, I think, are going to. I've heard from Jade today that Austin's going to the New South Wales Open.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Froston is going as well.
Frosty.
I don't know about Jostin, but he might still be injured. But two of the 3 Canberra Crush boys are going.
If I had known Frosty was going before tonight,
Oh yeah.
I would have brought the rocket up there with me, but I can't reach it. So, Frosty, you know where that rocket's headed. Come on, mate. So interesting point there.
Yeah. And then Eruption, which is really anyone's game, isn't it?
Eruption. Well, Eruption is the grand final before the grand final, isn't it? It's a preliminary final.
Yeah.
It's anyone's game there. I don't think anyone has an advantage at Eruption.
No.
So just an interesting point I thought of during the week, the state of origin and
pretty well
where all the majors are going this year, and Dave Perry really causing really being a little bit of a pain in the ass for the rest of the country, isn't he?
Yes.
Bit of
Pain
an
in the
unfair
pitch.
advantage.
Yes.
Pardon the pun.
Yeah, well, it's good. We'll watch New South Wales Open with very keen eyes because I think it's a pretty open field. No chili, but frosty.
No
soft.
chili.
Surprising.
In Newcastle,
Yeah.
it must be an ultimate tournament.
I reckon the path is laid out for my man Zach James. I know I haven't really been on the mark with that call this year, but He did come second in the Cedar Creek Crush. I'm not sure of the esteem levels of that, but
He didn't fall off the
Is
pontoon.
that the one where they
by
played on
any
the
chance?
pontoon?
It was, yes.
Hey, a podium's a podium, all right? And my tip for the hot young upstart of the year, Zach James, I reckon he's got something in store for New South Wales.
Okay, well, there you go. There's the tip. There's the tip. Who else?
There's
Anyone
the
else got
tip.
any tips for New South Wales?
Dan Frost is the highest rated player there.
I think Dan Frost is due.
You know
been a
who
while.
I think might be a little smoky? Nath Parrish.
Oh, Kyle.
Well, that is a
Oh.
fucking big call.
For God's
Big-
sake.
Hey,
It's a
like,
massive call.
yeah, but he's got to get those wins, you know? He's got to get the wins somewhere. Nath Parrish burst onto the scene. If Matty's here, not copping shit for backing Zach James.
Hey, I'm not offended, but surely Zach is.
Sorry, Zach, love you, mate. No.
Okay,
Well, I've
okay.
also just seen that Bainey's signed up. So realistically, what are our predictions doing? So
Bainey hasn't been in the greatest form.
no,
Lately?
but how do you not look at the 21-point rating gap between Bainey and then next?
Good
It's a
point.
fair point.
Predictions are predictions.
No,
Chris Hart's rated a bit higher than me.
well,
Yeah, get a siren out.
It's too late now. I missed my mark.
There we go. New South Wales Open. New South Wales Open. We'll see it soon. Nathan Parrish is offended. That was our intent, Nathan. The rocket might need to go Nathan Parrish's way. But speaking of rockets, Jason's about to throw a few your way, and here it comes, ladies.
Say blame on Australia Day.
Butcher.
Back.
Disc golf.
Thank you. It is the greatest segment
It's been
in
a wait.
Australian
It's been a
disc
wait.
golf in the free world, on the subcontinent. It is everywhere. It's
Southern
number
Hemisphere.
one. This is why you've all been watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's back again. And we all thought, was it gone? Was it gone forever? Can the clubhouse sustain the brilliance that Lamb Shanks brings? I mean, like I said before, I was out at Cobden and I heard a guy that's been playing 6 months turn around to his card mate and say, "Oh, that's a lamb shank." And it brought a tear to my eye. It honestly did.
It's infectious.
It is. So thank you all for making lamb shanks beautiful. But we are back for 2025 with a brand new list of shankers. Woo! And I'm excited because we've got a lot of first-time shankers and a bit of a classic coming up for you. But our first shanker, and I'll just get my notes brought up.
I must say the choice to slow cook the Shanks over the past 6 months is an interesting one. So I'm looking forward to some tender, juicy Shanks.
Absolutely.
Are you
Now
going to
this-
deliver?
Absolutely. This is why we're here. This is
What
why
do
we're
I
waiting. So
expect?
get your popcorn and get comfortable because this first shank I was sent by Liam Ongle. And I like to say that last name, Ongle.
Ongle's a good disc
Ongle.
golf. You know, I love a good disc golf name.
Yep, he's a big, solid man, Ongle, and he thought he'd send me this one way back in April when we were still a thing at the clubhouse.
Hibernating.
He sent me this one of one of our famous favourite disc golf names, Brock the Brink Brinkworth. Now, this is Brock. I don't know him personally, but this is Brock putting clearly at Western Park. Now, he's got a little bit of an overhanging branch ahead of him, and he's going to just try and toss one out to the right and hopefully it can hyzer back in. This is obviously a practice round. Let's see what Brock managed.
Two, like.
Here we go. Perfect.
Oh, it just nestles in there.
Hell yeah.
Like a mother quail.
Like a butterfly.
Just
with
nesting
four
one of her
feet.
young. So, thank you very much, Brock, for the shank, or Brock the Brick, or Brinkworth, whatever they like to call you, Brock. Thank you very much, Brock, for the shank, and thank you, Liam Ongle, for the video.
Ong.
Now, we have a classic and a nostalgic shanker with us now. Winner.
A renown.
Oh, renowned.
Yeah.
Winner. Esteemed winner of the 2024 Lamb Shank of the Year. Huss. Now, we've been seeing a lot of Huss lately,
Well earned.
but we haven't seen much of Huss's forehand, and this could be why.
I didn't know she had one.
Trying out a new hole on the new Inverleigh course.
Oh.
No, I didn't know she had a forehand either.
What's
But
going on the right of the screen? Is that Gollum's going through a bag?
Yep.
We've got to run through, yeah.
Yeah, the run through that tricks every
That's
cameraman.
famous for us.
Here we go.
Doesn't have
She's
much
taking her time.
Well, where's the line?
Pewed it.
Oh, no.
Pewed it.
And for those of you out there wondering how to beat in your own signature series disc, that's how you do it.
She didn't have much T-pad to work with in her defense.
No, she didn't. She got the standard Inverleigh bit of carpet. Now, hot on the top, hot on everyone's lips, and at this time of year in disc golf is the mighty eruption in Crater Lakes. And one of the TDs, not the TD, he's the assistant TD, but he has just as much hand in as what they are a team. They're a tight-knit unit.
Assistant to the TD.
Assistant to the TD. They're a tight-knit unit down there, and this guy makes everything happen and has done for all his years. He's one of the people that's made the eruption what it is today. Now, at the Vic Open on hole 5, he played on our feature card, round 1. He threw one of the best turnover shots that I have actually ever seen. I haven't seen an MPO player. Matty, you were there.
I was catch camming that. I remember it vividly. Yeah, it was
Hole 5, something like
Hole
that.
5,
It was
yeah.
fuck- it was
Straight across the
ridiculous.
ditch and parked it like it was
absolutely parked.
one of the most, and out of the hand, it never looked like it was making it. It just kept sailing.
Yeah.
This is not the best turnover shot he's ever thrown. As we see, he's tried to do it again. We see what Ryan has managed, how much he's managed to improve it.
I just love how clearly you can see that.
And the part when he realised he's being filmed, whoops.
You look at the camera and go, man.
Yes, Ryan, we'll get another look at that. Oh, it's girthy like, isn't it?
It is very girthy.
Look at that. Bang. And look at it cannon. It cannon.
Stubby's still watching it just in case it gets...
Get lucky.
So, thank you, Ash,
Yeah,
for sending me that one. Ash videoed that one
Yeah.
at Inverleigh. And thank you, Ash, for the video. And thank you, Ryan Nicholson, for your first time on the Shanks. But we just want to ease back into it the first time because we don't want to overdo it or overcook it. But that has been the return of
Very well
Land
done.
Shanks for 2025.
We
Thank you
ate
very
it
much.
up.
We'll see you next time.
We ate it up.
A-tier Shanks, that was. A-tier.
That was, yes.
Good Shanks. So send your
The gold
Shanks
standard.
through. Send your Shanks through. I'll put that up, which I didn't do during the thing. But yeah, there's the email address down the bottom. If you're watching from anywhere around the world, please do send in your Shanks. I don't think we've had an international
I'll do
Shank yet, have we?
No, I don't think we have. And I think that'd be a monumental milestone.
Yeah, get out there, film your friends playing disc golf, that is. Yes, I'm just having a look. Oh, Frosty is watching.
Rick,
If you're still on the T-pad and it comes back to you, rethrow with no penalty. They might, yeah, all right. I like that rule, actually, because that's actually happened to me once, which would have been great.
Is that a real rule?
Ron Jones has brought up the 2-meter rule, which will make Alan Brunsting
2-meter rule, Aussie gang signs. Yeah, 2-meter rule, Alan Brunsting. Yeah, we've never played that in Australia. But yes, so that was Lamb Shanks. There's the email address on the bottom of the screen. If you do have a shank, send it in. And yes, these shots are going to fall off the bone. And Frosty's coming with Brick Bronkworth. Nice. I love that Frosty's usually lighting up the chat, and that's his only contribution for the night. Boys, that's all we have time for tonight. It's actually about 23 minutes more than we have time for. But we did go a bit falling down on the tee, count as a shank.
Oh,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, it does, Ron. Anything at all that's not disc golf the way that it should be played.
Send them in, Ron.
Counts as a shank. Send them in. Write
Send them
the
in,
email
Ron.
address down. Play the game like it was designed. Yeah, no, we don't want any of that on Lamb Shanks. That is not what we're here to see. But that's our first show back in the books. Boys, gone a bit longer than we expected, but we did spend probably 20 or 30 minutes longer speaking to Esa-Pekka.
How good was that, though?
But
How
absolutely.
good was
We had,
that?
to
What a
take,
legend.
we had to take our chance there.
That's why we started doing this show. So who knows what? We might even start reaching out to some other luminary guests to fill out the show a bit. But yeah, I'm still buzzing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a fella and what a legend. Kind of surreal to see him on our TV there. But yes, that's all we have time for this week. Shankers, Kyle and Maddie, we'll see you at the New South Wales Open. We will see you at Nationals. We will be at the Eruption, we're told. Ryan told me just after he threw that shank and realised I filmed it, don't film anything like that at the Eruption. So we will be there. We're not sure in what capacity yet, but we will be there. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I've been Ashley. This has been Kyle, Maddie, and Jason. We are Parked Media. This is the Clubhouse. It is back. And until next time,
Park it.
Park it.